Hiya folks, it's Thor. Thanks for joining me for another shave. Today we have Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Keepsake Fruitcake 2018. And we're gonna do a head shave. All right, so the inside of this, not so clean, but looks really cool. I've used it before, so it doesn't have that clean look, but reminds me of Fruitcake. I think those are little pieces of the cube in there for extra slickness. So we are going to use a nice large brush, and we're going to get right into loading up. All right, and this is in the CK-6 formulation, so I know I don't have to load too much, but the head's a big surface area, and I usually don't re-lather my head when I shave it because I get hairs from the from the previous shave into the bristles and into the lather and everything. So usually I'll try to do a bowl lather the head up, and then there we go. Okay, this is all the extra good stuff, which I'm just gonna apply here to the head. All right, and still a ton in the hand, but unfortunately that's gonna have to go to waste. All right, so washing that out. Just dry down this tub here. Again with those cool little colored pieces of the cube. All right, and we're gonna start a little lather in the bowl so I have something. And then from there, we're gonna take it to the head. Okay, and we can go a little bit back and forth here between the bowl and the skull. And again, we're gonna wet down the brush, get into the head here. So before I shave my head, I will usually give it a once over with the buzzer to get it a little bit closer. It's not something you have to do, but I have a few bumps on my head, which I'll cut up if the hair's too long and I start pressing too hard. So, all right, a little bit more water here. I'm being very generous with that water because I loaded the CK-6 formula pretty heavily. So I know this can take all the water that I want to add to it. I'll make sure we go down the back of the neck, both sides there, and I'm going to squeeze some of this out right into the bowl and add a little bit more water to the side of the brush here. And we're going to just go in one last time. See how much lather I'm building up. And right before this, I took a shower after I buzzed my head down. To clean off all the extra hairs and whatnot that would be left over. All right. That's pretty good. We're just gonna go for one more. We want a nice slick shave. There we go. That's what I like. Right like that. All right, so here we go. Thin this out a little bit just by brushing it down all the way around. And you see I have a nice amount left over for later on in the shave. So the razor we're going to use today is the Phoenix Artist Accoutrement Double Open Comb, the DOC. And in there we have a Astra SP. So usually what I like to do is clean up the neck line first. So for me this is just upwards. All the way around. Right until that ridge that I have on the back of my neck here. It's right at the base of the skull. All right. From there, come right back to the front here. Down. It's like I missed a little spot there, so I'm just gonna reapply just like that. All right. Doing well. You can see it's starting to dry a little bit. If that's the case, I just wet my fingers and kind of get that wet again. Okay. Okay, again, we're just gonna wet down a little bit, grab a little bit from the bowl and apply as necessary. So I have a little bump right here. What I like to do is just kind of put my finger on top of it and shave around it to start. And then just very very lightly shave over it. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. All right. So danger spot number 1 is shaved. And I got a couple in the back of the head as well. So I will wet the hand, kind of feel around the back of the head, grab a little bit more of this awesome lather here and just apply and see what I can feel. Okay. On the other side here. Nice light touch. Don't want to nick myself in the back. All right. So if you have triple mirrors at home, you can probably adjust them to see the back, but when I do a head shave on video, I can't do that, so we're just gonna go by feel. And again, I'm just really light here. Reach down in and wet this down. Clean it up. Just feeling and cleaning. Again, just trying to avoid my little bumps on the back. And when the lather's too thick, it's hard to feel, so instead of going with the brush, like I said, I prefer using my hands here. All right, let's give that a wash down and see how we did. Looks pretty decent. Feels pretty good. Maybe a little bit over here on the back on the right side. Just again, no weight on the blade, no pressure, I mean. All right, think we got a good shave in. Excellent. So again, just washing that down. Just get my hands wet and kind of Go from the back to the front. Allows me to feel if I have any major missed spots, which does not feel like I do. Nice. And the soap has a awesome traditional fruitcake scent. All right. Let's see here. Yep. All right. We're going to clean up as always with the Thayer's Witch Hazel. Today we're using the coconut water. Yeah. Really satisfying shave, and we're going to finish that off with coconut knot. No feedback whatsoever. The nickel-plated DOC is pretty mild. I understand some of the other DOCs might be a little bit more aggressive, which in general is great for a head shave. I like a more aggressive razor for my head shave, but like I say, I got a couple bumps right here, there, and 2 in the back. So if I get something that's too aggressive and sloppy, and I'm sloppy, I should say, I'll just cut myself up like crazy back there. So, all right. Well, I believe that's my first head shave on my channel. So, thank you for watching. Douglas from Phoenix Artist Accoutrements asked me to do a head shave for one of his buddies as an instructional. So I hope that was a little bit informative on how to do a head shave, at least the way I do it. Everyone will have their own method. A lot of people will do the 3-pass shave on top. For my liking, I don't need it that close. This is plenty close and looks plenty neat. So whether you're working or just going out, you'll look sharp after a head shave, just like I did. So with that, I believe our shave has come to an end. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you next time. Happy holidays to everybody. And until then, don't forget, be generous.